Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. Let's get to the mail. Jerko is asking about Starter Hose and how exactly to lead and control her. And when you're a natural leader, you don't have to ask that question. So you got to learn to develop your leadership skills. That's what shows where you're weak at. Controlling her. Okay, you got working with Starter Hose. You get her to start doing small things like bring me a glass of water while you sit at the desk. Call her, ask her to get you a glass of water. Start with small things. You start escalating what you want her to do. Then you end up with, the control that you want. Okay? In Moody, she says she doesn't want a relationship. Good. Very good, Moody. What's the problem? Let's see. I'm in college, got a female. I've been fucking her for about the past 2 months. I think I've talked about this one. She says the best sex she ever had, but also says that she controls when we have sex. It's very frustrating. I'm contemplating making a team so I can get more pussy, but I also have strong feelings for her. She got you. So you're the one that got punked out there, Moody. She didn't. So let this be a lesson. You don't open up your heart, especially when you're trying to build a team. Had a good conversation with Brother Jay here yesterday. We actually went through some of these questions. Unfortunately, the rest of it is going to only be for my actual members. My 7 steps, my competency program, and my ZenMac forums. So my fellows who are on ZenMac, they're in my ZenMac forums on my Facebook, so I'm uploading those to there because it can handle larger files and stuff like that. So anyway, in your situation, you played yourself. You played yourself. I see you're on your knees here. I don't know what you're doing with the tree, though. I'm looking at your photo. But anyway, you played yourself, and she's the one who's in control. She said she controls when we have sex, your words. That means you're not in control of this relationship, and she's going to end up playing you and hurting you. So I would suggest you get with a female that you can actually control, because this one has got you. Okay? That's what it looks like by your writing here. I'm not there in your relationship, but by the way you're writing, let's see. I just don't understand why she will only sleep with me once a week. That's what you should be doing. Okay? She should be writing me about you instead of you writing me about her. Do you see that? That's what I tell my fellows do. No more than once or twice a week, or no more than twice a week, so that you keep control. So she's actually a female player, and you're her chewy toy that she's getting some dick from. So I don't think you have this one in the bag. I don't think you have this relationship. And my suggestion would be to go get some pussy you can actually handle. All right, next, eye contact approaching. Lately I've been getting a lot of eye contact. I'm sure you say approach if you get eye contact, and I agree. I went to approach. The problem is I don't know what to say. My 7 steps. Should I just walk up to the bitch and introduce myself? If you're looking for, I suggest you learn to use the environment. Think of something to talk about the environment. Let me think. You're at a bookstore. Let me give you one of mine. Baby doll's at a bookstore. She's reading a book on France. My opening line that led to sex was, "Are you interested in France?" I asked that because my son was living there. One of my sons was living there. Okay, that was it. It led to dating. It led to sex. Sheep, hi player, Cracky. I know you like to talk about not being programmed and for people to open their eyes. I found this video you might be interested in. I saw you talking about Mitt Romney in an earlier video. You might want to see this. It starts off a bit slow but gets very deep. Okay, I'll take a moment to look at it in the future. Another person says I should check out a video. I know you're a fan of, yeah, I did actually look at that one. It was a great video. I think I'm covering old territory. Because there was a couple of video posts that were at the bottom that I didn't get to, so I started from there and going up. Law of attraction. Player, I saw your law of attraction video, and I have one question. How the fuck do you really use the law of attraction? So I did download your 30-day program, but my stupid computer seems to be fucking itself, so still haven't got anything from the 30-day program. Notice how this brother has a negative attitude? What happens? His computer's fucked up. So it likes teaching the law of attraction right there. What you focus your mind on is what comes to you. Focus on negative shit, it comes to you. Simple as that. How's that? Two likes will attract each other. That means if you're a similar vibration, imagine a hot chick. Her vibration's up here. If you're down here, no attraction is going to happen from her to you. She's not going to step down, okay? That's the law of attraction. Two likes will come together of equal vibration. I suggest you actually go, Mr. Lama, quit fucking around with me and go actually do the 30-day program, okay? Because it comes down one day at a time. You didn't download the whole 30-day program. You downloaded one that fucked up, or two, because it's drip fed. The whole thing doesn't come down at once. That's why everybody goes to the site every day to get their daily lesson, okay? And do you know that idiot Eddie down there? It was on my, he's also half black, half white. I've been wondering about that. If you know this motherfucker. Let's see, Megadomic. What's up, Supreme? I'm going to try and keep this short as possible. Been to the club with my friends yesterday in a different city. One of my friends pulled a good-looking Latina chick and let us come to her house. Bad part is that we was rolling 5 deep, including me. And only one girl. Moving on, the night was pretty stupid. The bitch was walking around her house butt-ass naked, saying shit like, I only like light-skinned niggas. God, that's from a Latina. Well, they got that shit too. They got fucked for that shit too, so. Since my friend is very light-skinned black guy, and the rest of us was average dark. Funny thing is that my friend could not get an erection to fuck her unless he is drunk. I guess he has some dysfunction. I don't know. I thought to myself, shit, if my sex game was on point, I'd put it down on this bitch. So I definitely need to get your 7 steps. But thing is though, she says she likes only light-skinned niggas. Let me just use the word niggas, which is like the ancient word nagas in the Orient area. So I don't think they use that word Orient anymore, but over there in Asia, some of the Asian countries, nagas, they were ancient teachers, and by their statues, they look like you and I, brother. Same big lips, same wide nostrils. Let's see. Eye contact. Let's think about it. Hello, Player Supreme. You teach a lot about eye contact, and I've only had good results so far with women who gave it to me. Of course, that's the natural flow of the game, Stigman. You know, that's the way the game works. That's what gets you the best results, in other words. So you get your best results by doing the game the way it works. You can go swim upstream and try, but that does not get you good results. Okay? I like to do what works, what gets me good results. I work like a business. I think like a businessman. So, you know, if it's going to give me the best results, then I'm going to do this. Why would I want to go waste my energy and my resources, you know, trying to do something that doesn't work all the time? However, sometimes I find out during the conversations I start with them, they already have a boyfriend. That's a compliment to you. Why are you tripping on it? That means they got a man and they still like you. That's a compliment to you, brother. Most of the time I have no idea that's the case, since they give the exact same shooting signals as the single chicks. And the boyfriend only gets mentioned by chance. Some of these girls will cheat on their boyfriends. Alberto. So yeah, that's the way some women are. I don't like that type myself, but hey. Does this mean they have certain interest in replacing boyfriends? Yeah. With me, And by the way, if they do that to them, they'll do that to you. Okay. Nightclub tips. Hey Supreme, what's up? I'm a 21-year-old male that recently purchased your 7 steps. I just added my 3rd woman on my team. I'm actually planning dropping back down to 2. Oh, that's nice suit and tie then, brother. But I am working on my master's and work full time. Plus, I do a fair amount of personal traveling. This weekend, some of my fellows and I went to Jacksonville to the Georgia-Florida game. That's a town out of history. Jacksonville, yeah. That one's pretty infamous too. After the game, I went to a club and picked up my first woman in a club in the U.S. Korea didn't really count because the college girls in the club there are all over white men. I know, but you still caught. Okay. Think about a geek that goes in there to that same club. He won't catch. He'll be too geeked out. He won't know what to say. I know the clubs are the best place to grow your game. In my conversation yesterday with Brother Jay, he actually likes supermarkets. That was a new one to me. And he used to bounce in clubs, got women's numbers, all that kind of stuff. But he actually likes. But he went to the old black clubs. If you live in Sacramento, it's on Stockton Boulevard. That's how low environment it was. Stockton Boulevard. That's some place I would never go, ever go. My pops went to Stockton Boulevard. And it's women that go down. It's old men like the ones I have coffee with. Speaking of which, I better guess that's too late. They trick out to the bitches. They're sugar daddies. And that's what he was saying. He said the game and those clubs has changed, or the clubs have changed. But he doesn't go to the upscale clubs. Anyway, let's continue here. I'm working my master's, blah, blah, blah. Let's go down here. After the game, I went to a club, okay. Picked up my first woman in the club. Career doesn't really count, blah, blah, blah. I know the clubs are the best place for your game, but I'm concerned because the clubs in Atlanta are notorious for male cross-dresser and all kind of freaky-ass shit. Well, look for an Adam's apple. And don't live in fear. If you start living in fear, that's what you're going to attract to you, bro. Okay? How can I avoid that shit? By not thinking about it. You could tell a man has big-ass hands. Come on. You can tell that shit. It don't go away. Okay, so you're actually you must be one of those smart guys, because you smart guys, you guys hear something and you get obsessed on it, get afraid. Don't do that, bro. Don't be like the nerds. Don't nerd out on this shit. Just get to the club, get your pussy, and get home. Okay, I talk as many and I practice my conversation skills and all that. I have learned how to pleasure women. Let me back up a little bit. I would also like to thank you. I am meeting a new chick every day through eye contact and your conversation skills. Although I do not have time to bone all of them, I talk to as many as to practice my conversation skills and build rapport. I have learned how to pleasure women always. I am being noticed by girls that are 7 and 9s because of my looks. I haven't quite gotten to the 10s yet, but I would much rather date an 8 who is, me too, by the way. 10s tend to be kind of whiny. They whine. Like if they eat a piece of lettuce, they feel fat. Well, I feel too fat to have sex. No, you get tape. 8 who is a quality person, then a 10 who has a vagina as wide as an interstate highway. Thanks. Actually, 10s don't have the wide ones. Guys usually go downwards, so they try to get the lower numbers. All right, what time is it? 14. I think I can go over. Maybe I'm going to stop here, fellas. Peace.